Hey, what's up guys? Strike here, and today I'm going to be talking about possible sequel to Arkham City, not a prequel to those games like Arkham Origins was, but a sequel that will follow up the events of Batman Arkham City. Now, the add-on DLC for Batman Arkham City kind of had me thinking Batman must be going, like, you could tell the way Batman was thinking, the way Batman would talk, and like just looking at him at the end of that final cutscene, him just leaving after everything that happened, and the fact that Robin and Oracle could definitely tell that something was wrong with Batman really just makes me wonder what Batman's going through. Like at the end of Arkham City, when he brings out Joker's body, um, uh, you know, you could just tell, like, he didn't say a word to Commissioner Gordon, and you could just tell that something happened to him. Now, with Arkham Origins, in case you didn't know, um, this is basically the first time he meets the Joker. He figures out that this whole thing about Black Mask putting a $50 million bounty on his head is a giant hoax, and with that, he also learns that the Joker took over his empire, is pretty much like running Black Mask's operation. Everything is like a plan of the Joker, and I just wanted to like talk about like that first night in Arkham Origins where he sees how psychotic the Joker is at the hotel at Blackgate. It really like gets Batman wondering and thinking about things that he's never had to deal with before. And in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, he's already used to it. Like, he knows the Joker. He knows how mentally unstable he is. And the fact that he would die in Arkham City leaves Batman mentally unstable. Like I was saying about Harley Quinn's revenge, like when he's thinking, like he thinks in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City pretty much the same way, but in Arkham City, Harley Quinn's revenge, he's like growling in his mind. He's just talking with that deep, dark voice, and he's not just like explaining it. He's almost like, it almost makes him sound weary and tired. And I just really am interested in seeing how Batman is when we get to Arkham 4 or Arkham 3, for those of you who consider Arkham Origins like Arkham 0 since it's a prequel. I guess it would make sense to market Arkham 0 and then Arkham Asylum Arkham 1 and then Arkham City Arkham 2. But I'm just going to go ahead and label Arkham Origins Arkham 3 and go with Arkham 4 because that's just the way how I roll. But it really makes me think about what is going to be going on. And I mean, we have a couple of clues to a sequel in Arkham City. There's a lot of setup for a sequel. With Arkham Asylum, the only real setup we had was that secret room in the well, there's actually a little bit of sequel preparation in Arkham Asylum. Like there's the secret Quincy Sharp room in Quincy Sharp's office, and then we have a little room that's kind of a sequel setup that has Scarecrow's room. I mean, it's just a riddle, really. And when I say including that as a sequel setup, pretty much means that was setting up a plot for Arkham City, but it really didn't. It really is carried on through Arkham City because the Scarecrow has more things that you can notice and you can find on like different locations. Like for instance, part of one of the riddles is his mask on the top of the bridge thing in the industrial district by the steel mill and stuff. He's also got a secret barge, which is a really cool Easter egg that's just filled with like a bunch of stuff that he's ordered to prepare a giant fear chaos thing throughout Gotham City, and he's also got like a little test subject guy in there. And another Easter egg that's even harder to find is in one of the Riddler hostage rooms. There is where you have to. It's like I can't remember which one it is, but behind this wall, if you use your remote control batarang, you can see some of his fear toxin. And another Easter egg that's part of a speculation on whether it's really part of Scarecrow's plan or not is during Protocol 10. If you go around and check out some of the bodies that are laying around, you'll see like a couple of them are wearing this very strange brown uniform outfit thing, and it's all in brown, and a lot of people believe those guys to be Scarecrow thugs. And Scarecrow's probably going to have a huge part in Arkham 4, because in Arkham Asylum, he had a pretty big part as one of the villains. The last time we saw the Scarecrow, he was thought to be eaten by Killer Croc, but Batman knows he's still out there and that he's going to be causing chaos and all that stuff. But that's not the only speculation we have on what a sequel could partake in. There's also the prophecy from Azrael, who basically says that there's going to be a lot of fire in Gotham. He says dark days are coming. He's going to like come out of the ashes of Arkham, which would be a sweet title, but I don't think they're going to leave the Batman Arkham blank title scheme. They might name it Batman Arkham Ashes. I've seen some pretty creative names, by the way, for a Arkham 4, like Arkham Apocalypse, Arkham Chaos. That one's alright. And then there's always Arkham World, which people thought that's what the next game was going to be called, and then Joker made a joke out of it at the VGAs from that year. But yeah, he has a pretty big prophecy that's going on. Also, there's Hush, who we didn't really know how that was resolved, because at the end of that little thing, he's kind of like, yeah, I'll take care of him tomorrow, to Oracle, and Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC takes several weeks after the events of Arkham City, so I don't know if he actually took care of him the next day, or if he's just going to wait till this next game, but either way, it's fine. Like I said, I have no clue what to expect from a new Arkham game. I mean, I expect the gameplay to be similar and all that stuff. What I would love to see is some involvement from Arkham Origins partaking in Arkham 4, because Arkham City is obviously the last event, and Harley Quinn's Revenge included with that, is the last events that happen before this fourth game, hopefully. I really hope it's that way. Like, you know, but I really want the prequel to take place in this new sequel, because I want to see, like, first of all, I want to see even more Gotham. Like, even if it's just what we got in Arkham Origins post Arkham City, and then we got like Arkham Island included with that, like you go back to Arkham Island or something like that. But obviously, more Gotham City is important. You know, we have to have some areas of Gotham more than what we got in Arkham Origins. I expect it to be a lot bigger. That's my point. And yeah, but like, I really want him to not only have an emotional impact from Arkham City, but I want I want these games to get the 3 games that are already out right now, the story to take part in some sort of major scheme in this new game, because with Arkham Asylum, we had like a ton of things for setup for Arkham City. And, like, you know, we have, like, Mayor Sharp running for mayor. We have Joker and the creation of Titan. There's just a ton of backstory from Arkham City that was expanded upon in the first game, and even a little bit on this prequel. Technically, it came out after Arkham City, so it used that as what was already established in those 2 games as a basis of what's happening, like, for instance, spoilers by the way, the creation of Titan or TN1 in this game. We have obviously the Batman establishing his relationship with Commissioner Gordon, a better relationship with Alfred, Barbara Gordon, and then him meeting like villains for the first time, like Penguin and the Joker, and Joker like seducing Harley Quinn's mind, and all of this stuff, and like Killer Croc and all those other villains that we've seen in the Arkhamverse. Sorry, voice crack there. I also would love to see more characters to be brought into this universe. I mean, we've seen Batman and Catwoman in these stories. We've seen a lot of these characters in the story. I'd like to see a lot more Commissioner Gordon again. The most that we've got out of Gordon is here in Arkham Origins. But he has had a pretty big part in Arkham Asylum. In Arkham City, he wasn't around too much, which was kind of sad. I mean, he was out in the city doing stuff while Batman's inside Arkham City. But I would love to see him come back and become a major part. Like, they could create like another, almost like a Most Wanted system where, there's a GCPD, like the actual one that they were using during like Arkham City and stuff. You could go there where the bat signal is. It would like light up in the sky, and Batman, that would become his like prime objective, and he has to go see what Gordon would like, and for Batman to do and all that stuff. But I would love to see more of Gordon and Harvey Bullock. We finally got to see him in Arkham Origins, and he was voiced by the same guy from Batman the Animated Series, which just makes him all the much better. But I'd like to see him return. I'd like to see like the Batcave from Arkham City actually gets debut. We've gotten a Batcave in Arkham Origins, but it looks completely different in Arkham City, and a lot of you could complain that that's just a continuity error that they goofed up, but obviously it had to have developed sometime over these past years. I mean, Bane at the end of the game completely destroys it. Again, spoilers. I'm going to put something in the beginning to warn you of spoilers. But yeah, Bane completely destroys the Batcave at the end of Arkham Origins. And while, I mean, it's not completely destroyed. Most of it's still there. He just like wrecked the Batcomputer a bit. Destroyed his progress in the Batmobile, which obviously we still get to see in the Arkham series. I mean, it's not like he just gives up on it. And yeah, so Batman's obviously going to advance his computer, advance the Batcave. I mean, he's got to advance it. I'd love to like have the same fast travel system almost. I mean, that's really useful in Arkham Origins since it's a huge Gotham City. It's not just what we had in Arkham City. Even in Arkham City, though, gliding from the amusement mile to where the museum and Jezebel Plaza are in Arkham City is still a pain in the butt, because you can't cross over the Wonder Tower area even after you've beaten the story, which is still kind of dumb to me, but whatever. But yeah, I'd love to see the Batcave. Like, you can go into the Batcave that you had on that challenge map that we got with DLC in Arkham City, only you can go into more rooms, and you can possibly even see the area where the Batcave in Arkham Origins is in that Batcave setting. And you get to talk to Alfred again, you can use your Batcomputer and all that stuff. That would just be like amazing. And another thing is more playable characters. In Arkham Asylum, you could really only play Batman unless you had a PlayStation 3, in which case you had Joker DLC, which I am still kind of jealous Xbox didn't get that. That really ticks me off. Same with the Nightfall pack on PS3 for Arkham Origins, but whatever. Arkham City, thankfully, didn't have any PS3 exclusive stuff, at least I don't think. Arkham City, we had way more playable characters. We had Batman, obviously, but the added characters were Catwoman, since she had a pretty big part in the story. Robin, since, he was important for Harley Quinn's revenge, and he had a little debut in the actual story, the main story, I mean, and stuff, and he had a the challenge stuff and whatnot. But then Nightwing was just kind of a challenge add-on. Same with Deathstroke, who we got in Arkham Origins. He's playable in challenge maps, and he's quite fun actually. But I'm going to review him maybe later. But and then we also got a little surprise Joker Red Hood cameo thing, which I absolutely loved in the story, by the way, of Arkham Origins. And but yeah, like, just to think, who else would we be able to play in this new sequel? And I mean, bringing back Robin and Catwoman wouldn't be too bad. We're getting a Bruce Wayne DLC for Batman Arkham Origins soon, called Initiation, and I always joked with Arkham City that since we got to play Bruce Wayne in the beginning of the story, I don't know if you consider him a playable character or not, since he's technically Batman, but whatever. But I always joked that with Arkham City there should be Bruce Wayne DLC, like a Bruce Wayne DLC pack, but whatever. We're kind of technically getting it, but whatever. Just thinking about who else we could get for like a challenge thing would just be awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of possibilities to go with Arkham 4. I really like to see, a lot of people have been assuming that, have been trying to find a way to bring Joker back from the dead, and they kind of hint at it a little bit in Harley Quinn's Revenge. I think there's like a poster for a cloning company or something in the steel mill somewhere, but I don't know how I feel about bringing the Joker back from the dead. It'd be a nice surprise, because to be honest, as much as I know about how Batman's dealing with it, I know how I feel about Joker's death. Like, I'm completely clueless on how I feel about it, that's what I mean, because I really don't know how Batman's dealing with it. Obviously not well, but, I mean, just thinking about his mental deterioration is kind of just not fun. But yeah, like, I don't know how I feel about Joker's death in Arkham City. I mean, it's definitely an interesting death, but I don't know if I quite like it. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel about any Joker death, really. I mean, I've never really had a satisfaction with seeing the Joker die. Like, I've always felt like an empty space whenever Joker dies in any Batman media. Just to think about how crazy he is, and then him dying, you know? But I'd really like to see how Batman deals with it more than anything else. Because, you know, Batman, that's his greatest foe. And for him to die, like, I don't want to say Batman necessarily likes it, but should he be happy that Joker's gone? Is he feeling like letting the Red Hood become the Joker is probably one of his greatest failures, I think. And this could possibly be he could possibly be thinking this is his worst mistake yet, you know? Like, I let him die, even though technically it's Joker's fault that he dropped the cure and everything, but he let the Joker die. And, you know, it's sad to think about that kind of crap. You know, Joker just dies, and he's just kind of like, wow, did I fail, or is this a success? Because, you know, there's always, well, besides from cutscenes, there's always, like, inner dialogue from Batman. And in Arkham Origins, when he first meets Joker, he's got this kind of like, I can't believe this kind of state. Like, after you play the Joker in the game, he's back at the Batcave and he's like, wow, this has got to be one of the biggest things ever. And I want to see something like how he first deals with the Joker after he's apprehended and after you play the Joker and everything, like how Batman deals with it there, I want to see expanded upon in Arkham 4, like, except post-Joker, like Joker's dead, and now he's dealing with it mentally, and I want to see how that affects him. And with the Scarecrow possibly being a main villain in Arkham 4, that's gonna be huge to see, like, hallucinations, because bringing the Joker back and hallucinations wouldn't be a problem for me. Honestly, guys, that's all the time I have for today. That was my thoughts on a possible Arkham Arkham City sequel, Arkham 4, and I want to see what your thoughts are by posting a video response or comment in the comment section below. But I will see you guys later for a review of Batman Arkham Origins. See you all later.